Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be super exciting. It's a triple chocolate cookie recipe. These are literally probably the best chocolate cookie I've ever had in my life. They are seriously incredible. Now for the recipe and all the ingredients you're going to need, I cut them in half because this recipe makes 60 cookies and I definitely did not want that many. So I went ahead and cut the recipe in half. What I have in the description box and what I'm going to be telling you right now is the full recipe. So you're going to need 7 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, 5 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, half a cup of butter, 1/3 of a cup of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar, 1/4 cup of chopped pecans, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate, and 4 teaspoons of shortening. So the first thing you're going to want to do is add your bittersweet and your unsweetened chocolate with your butter into a small saucepan and heat it over a very low heat. Once it's completely melted, you're going to set it to the side for at least 10 minutes. And we're going to get a small bowl together and we're going to put in our flour, baking powder, and salt. We're going to mix that up and set that aside as well. After that, in a large mixing bowl, you're going to beat the eggs, the granulated sugar, and the brown sugar with an electric mixer or, whatever kind of mixer you have. You're going to want to beat that on medium-high for about 2 to 3 minutes. Do it until it's extremely light in color. You're going to see right now how it's really dark right here, and then all of a sudden it's like pale yellow. That's what you're looking for. That is what's going to make the cookies have a mousse-like texture and make it like no other cookie I've ever had in my life. Like you can see right here how pale it has gotten. So after that, I'm gonna beat in the chocolate mixture just until that chocolate mixture is all combined. I'm then going to be in the flour mixture again just until it's just combined. Then we're going to stir in our pecans. Now you can see this is a cookie recipe obviously, but the dough is very, very wet for a cookie recipe. So what you want to do is you want to cover it with plastic wrap, aluminum foil, whichever you want. Cover it and let it sit like on the counter for 20 minutes, and you can see right here how thick it has gotten. And I'll show you in just a second. When you scoop it out, it seriously is like a mousse. Like it has a mousse texture. It's seriously incredible, and I think that's why it like crinkles and gets crackly on the top. So before you start putting them on the baking sheet, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line your baking sheet with parchment or wax paper. You're going to drop the cookie dough by like teaspoons, just a few. I think this is about either 1.5 or 2 teaspoon cookie dough thingy. You want to separate them about 2 inches apart. They will spread out a decent amount, not a lot, but they're going to be a really nice size cookie. Now the recipe says to bake them for 9 minutes. I found that 11 minutes in my oven was literally perfect, like just perfect. You can see right here how they're like crinkly. I just wanted to take a video of how they looked without the chocolate as soon as they came out of the oven. So once you let them cool on the wire rack for 1 minute, you're going to go ahead and transfer them, or I'm sorry, once they cool on the baking sheet for a minute, you're going to transfer them to a wire rack, let them cool completely, and while they're cooling, in a little saucepan, add your semi-sweet chocolate pieces and your shortening until melted. Then you're just going to take a spoon and drizzle it lightly, heavy, however you want to do it personally. Sorry, these headphones are coming off me. After you have the drizzle on there, you can let them sit out at room temperature. They're going to take longer to set, but they're fine just like that. They will eventually set. But you can, if you want the process to go faster, just put them in the freezer. I honestly didn't notice a ton of pecans in this recipe. these were seriously amazing. Like, you have to try them. Again, if you like the pecans, though, add more. Like, I could barely find any in the recipe. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!